Have you ever noticed that Koreans say ninde all the time? At first, I thought it simply meant but the more I listened to native speakers, the more I realized it can mean several different things depending on the context. Today, we'll look at the four most common ways ninde is used, and by the end of this video, you start noticing it everywhere. Let's start with how it's formed. For verbs, attach ninde. For adjectives, attach inde or niende, depending on whether the adjective ends in a consonant or a vowel. And for nouns, use inde. The ending changes slightly depending on the type of word, but the overall purpose stays the same. Now, let's look at how native speakers actually use it. The first meaning is contrast. This is probably the one most learners already know. Listen to this sentence. 저는 커피를 좋아하는데 차는 안 좋아해요. I like coffee, but I don't like tea. The first part tells us one idea. The second part gives us the opposite idea. In situations like this, ninde works very much like the English words but or however. Now, this is where many learners get confused. Sometimes, ninde doesn't mean but at all. Instead, it introduces background information before the main point. For example, 오늘 비가 오는데 우산 가져왔어요? It's raining today. Did you bring an umbrella? The speaker isn't contrasting two ideas here. They're simply questioning or mentioning the situation first before asking the question. Think of it as giving context before saying what really matters. Another very common use is to make requests sound softer and more natural. Listen to this sentence again. 죄송한데 도와주실 수 있을까요? Excuse me, could you help me? Without ninde, the request can sound more direct. Adding ninde creates a smoother transition and makes the sentence feel more polite. You hear this all the time in customer service, conversations with strangers, and formal situations. Native speakers also use ninde when they don't finish the sentence. For example, 오늘은 좀 피곤한데 or 친구를 기다리는데. Sometimes they stop speaking right there. Why? Because the listener can usually guess the rest from the situation. Maybe they're asking for help, maybe they're making a suggestion, maybe they're expecting a response. Leaving the sentence open sounds very natural in everyday Korean. Here's one mistake I made when I first learned this grammar. I translated ninde as but every single time, but that's not how native speakers think. Instead of asking, what does ninde mean? Try asking, what is the speaker trying to do? Are they contrasting two ideas, giving background, making a polite request, or leaving the sentence unfinished? The context will tell you the answer. Let's practice together. Complete this sentence. 오늘은 추운데? What would you say next? There isn't only one correct answer. You could say, 따뜻하게 입으세요. Dress warmly. Or, 산책하고 싶어요. I want to go for a walk. Or, 밖에 나가야 해. I have to go outside. Try making your own sentence using ninde in the comments. Also, please leave any other uh, information that you might have because I'm also learning as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Korean video. Bye!